Welcome, my lovely crafty friends, to another creation by me, Donna, Donna Creations and More. I am recreating this hot cocoa cup from Hobby Lobby, but I'm gonna do it my own style and my own way to match my Hobby Lobby decor. So I'm taking this flexible roller I had in my stash. Now you can use a flexible roller, you can use got anything that's oval or round and just cut it. It could be a wood handle, it could be, just use your imagination. Some people are using the racetracks from Dollar Tree. And yes, you can cut this with your scissors. I just used my soldering iron and cut some slits in it since I'm already using it. And I got this flower pot not for $4 but for 50 cents. And I'm going to make two little slip marks in my flower pot to figure out where I want to put my cup handle. So once I figure that out, I just take my hot iron and I run it across until I can get it to fit. Now yes, I already had this on the video but with other things, so I decided to, since some things got cut out and I have a lot of videos I am working on at one time, that I would divide this up into one single video, because YouTube is really pushing my gingerbread decor videos right now. And since I just got monetized, I figured it'd be best for me, instead of doing one huge long big video, to just, because it's already like a 2.5 hours long and I have so much more to do that I'm just going to do them all in individual tutorials here for you guys to make things a lot easier. So I'm just bending and shaping my handle. Now I'm going to take it after I marked it and bend it in half so it will lay pretty flat on inside, and I can hot glue it in place. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm putting a little finger protector on, hold it down because I'm not getting burnt. Which, my last tutorial that I just put up, that poor gingerbread girl, oh my gosh. I got burnt so bad making that. That was interesting, you guys. I had to use toilet paper, a mop head, and a medicine bottle to make her. That was a challenge, and I did it. So I'm just taking my X-Acto knife here and cutting off the extra little plastic from when I melted it, and I'm going to sand it. Then I'm just going to go around and lightly sand the whole flower pot so my paint will adhere to it. I'm just using fine grit sandpaper. Then just take a baby wipe and just wipe off all the dust. And yes, you see all them molds around me. I will have tutorials on all them. I have like so many different ice creams I'm doing. Oh my gosh. It's just way too much. Like, I just can't put it in one video. So I got this Max filler from Dollar Tree. Now let's explain that. It says 3 times. And it's wrong. This stuff barely inflates. So if you want a spray foam that barely inflates, use this. If you want one that's really going to expand, you get the one from Walmart. So this one did work great for my little cupcakes down there at the bottom, but not for all my other DIYs. So I'm just filling this in with some scrap foam, and I added some rocks in the bottom for my garden. And I'm glad I did add scrap foam, because I ended up using a lot of this. I used the whole can, I had to go buy more, but I got the Walmart one. And boy, you'll see the difference. I'm gonna show you in my upcoming tutorials these cupcakes and the different types of foam that it does. Anyhow, so now I'm just going to shape this, and I'm making sure I cut down and I cut inward in the very bottom too. Leave a gap so we don't see the foam, and we're only going to see our little whipped topping cream. So I continue shaving down, but then you have to turn it sideways to make sure your point is in the center. And I did that. Now we're going to take our flower pot, and I'm taking Bally Slipper Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going to give that a quick coat. Now you see on the left there's those little houses. I did a tutorial video on, I made gingerbread ornament houses. They turned out very good. If you want to check that video out. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. Then I'm going to take the pink parfait color, and I'm mixing it in because one is too light, and two, I want that candy lane color that I've been using. And there's another project I'm doing that's on the left. Another video that'll be coming up. So I have this beautiful ribbon I got before the Hobby Lobby sale when Christmas stuff first was put out. And I had to stand it because look at it. It's these beautiful pastel macaroons. So I'm going to wrap this around my cup to decorate it. And our hot chocolate is going to be a macaroon hot chocolate to match all the Hobby Lobby stuff that they have come out with. That's macaroons, trees, etc. It's all super adorable this year. And I'm doing my whole kitchen in gingerbread. I've never done the gingerbread Candyland theme, and that's what we're going for. And I'm making all this stuff for my kitchen. And I also have planned, I want to do a backdrop, like a backsplash of of houses of Candyland. So it's in my head, just a matter of getting it done and getting all these other projects done in between all my tutorials and everything else. So, and I can only have so much storage on my recording device. So I have to just break this all up and get it off my phone so I can record more and more. So I'm just cutting two little slits because you see the cup slash pot slants downward to get smaller. So we have to make our ribbon nice and tight and neat and tidy. And just take your time when you're doing that and make sure you do it like the white part where you really don't see it. And there I have a bunch of little gingerbread that I repainted. It's in one of my tutorials. I think my last one, but anyhow, I just took my pastel colors and went over the primary colors on these gingerbread. So here I'm going to take this lightweight spackle so we can make our topping. And I have a little bit of water in there because this is a little bit thicker than I wanted it. And I'm going to add some white paint. That'll also make it creamier. And I'm going to give it a really good stir. Now, I do not recommend using popsicle sticks. Oh, that was too hard. Later on, I went and... I might not be this one, but... this video, but another one, but I went and got a spatula because using popsicle stick was way too difficult. Use a silicone spatula. So I'm just taking my piping bag. Came this kit from Amazon. I have it all linked in my another video, but I can always add all this. And it came with like everything, but these bags are tiny. Too tiny for me for a big project like this. So I'm just scooping it little by little and putting it down this piping bag. As you can see, you can only get so much on this tongue depressor type popsicle stick here. So I had to use a little jar too to hold it. So definitely I get bigger bags. So I continue filling it in. And then I press it down to get all the air out. And I'm just going to twist the top and start filling it in that gap that I left, and I'm doing a back and forth motion to make it look ruffled. Now I will demo what everybody else does on the second row where they just squirt it straight around, and I don't like this look. I like this look. Now when you squirt the whipped cream out of a can, it is all nice and fluffy like this. It don't look all straight and spiral like when you do a cupcake. So there's our first layer. I'm gonna add some more of this cream topping, and I'm gonna demonstrate what I'm talking about. You're gonna see the difference. Once I get this icing filled up in this bag enough to use it, or fake icing anyhow. So I really filled this bag up this time, so I can try to cover much more. So here I go. I'm just going straight, like everybody, a lot of people do. Look at that design. Ew. I'm like, nope. I'm going my back and forth motion. And that won't even be seen once I keep going. So I just speed this up and continue going all the way to the top. Well, try to. Ran out of more whipped cream. Now, I'm standing up, so I have gaps. So I didn't want to keep turning my cup. And you can just go around very easily and squeeze a little bit in and fix that. And I do that. And it doesn't even make a difference. See, I'm just going around filling in everywhere that I see a gap. Now I'm gonna scrape my last little bit out of this container here. And this is just a recycled old ice cream container. So save all your ice cream containers, save all your lids, save any of your containers instead of trashing them. You can always trash them later. So I'm gonna add one of my gingerbread girls in here. You're gonna find out this ain't gonna work. And then I take a little bit of glitter and sprinkle on. Then I grab the other glitter because this is the party mix. And it's got chunky and fine in it. I'm like hooked on this glitter, especially for the gingerbread holiday theme. Now I'm gonna take my macaroon mold and some clay here. And I'm just going to add the pink and the blue and the yellow, but the yellow is way too bright. So we gotta mix some white in. And I'm gonna do that here. Now, I tried, like everybody shows on these YouTube videos, hey, you can just push them out. You can grab a piece of the clay and snag onto the back and yank it out. And none of that worked for me. I'm just being totally honest. I went back to my old way that my tutorial video is on using foam clay in different molds. And I went and stuck it in the freezer for like 10-15 minutes. So that's what I end up doing. And I just, as usual, in all my videos, I show you roll it in. And I had all this glitter sitting there, so I'm like, heck, I will just dip it into my glitter. Now I'm just going to take my little fake marshmallows I made a while back, and I have a tutorial on that. That was a little learning curve too. Everything looks easier until you go to try it, and that's one thing good about my tutorials. I show you exactly the easiest way once I learn. Now I'm going to add this recycled straw. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue and a toothpick. And when I go to add a toothpick into the foam, I squeeze the very end and shove it in. Now I'm just going to cut it. And I'm going to repeat that process. Grab some hot glue. Add my toothpick. And not drop it. See, I'm going to squeeze it and push it in. And then I'm just going to adjust them exactly where I want them. Just like that. 2 cute little pink straws. I save my straws too. If I go to a party or something like that and someone has some cute little straws, Donna's picking some and putting them in her purse. Or if I get a cute little straw for something, I'm saving it. So I'm just going to glue my little gingerbread on the front here. This is the little boy. Now I'm back with my macaroons out of the freezer. So I'm just going to pop them out. See, it's super easy. Now don't let them touch. Oh God, did you see? They start sticking. So I decided, okay, I'm going to rub these all on my glitter. Make them all nice and shiny. Why not? My glitter's sitting here from doing all these bakes. Now I'm going to take my slick puppy paint and I'm going to add it just on the center of the macaroon, and I'm going to do it around 1/2 to 3/4 of a way. And again, that gingerbread is not saying, here I am, and there's like, I'm just going to stick it in there, but you know what? I don't trust that. So I'm going to stick a toothpick in. And I decide I don't want that pink one over there, so I'm going to stick a toothpick over here. I'm going to add some hot glue and just slide my macaroon on. Then I put a blue one on this side. Now the toothpick came out at the top, so I just used something to push it down in there. And as you see, I didn't add the slick paint yet, so that's great. So you won't even see where the toothpick came through. But I gotta fix this gingerbread, so I add a toothpick on back of her with some hot glue. And I'm gonna glue it in more because it's not touching all the way. To really secure her so she's not gonna fall. And I'm just gonna take my extra spackle that I have a little bit left and cover up that ugly toothpick. Now I'm just going to add in my little yellow macaroon in the back. And this is where I realized I didn't paint them with the center, with the slick paint, puppy paint, and so I do that again like 3/4 of the way around. Don't want to waste it. Then I just go back and add it in more onto the pink and blue one to make it more puffier and oozing out of that macaroon there. And I can link all this in my description box. The colors I use. The paint I get really cheap off Amazon. Same price as Walmart. Why waste your gas? And I got the molds off from Amazon. So now I'm taking a piece of cardboard and I tore a piece of parchment paper and I'm just gonna tape that down, cover this piece of cardboard, and add a piece of tape on the bottom, paste it upward, and I'm gonna glue this underneath my cup. Now I have a purpose for this, you guys, and you're gonna see why. But I want to be able to decorate the very bottom, so I'm gonna add a little bit of this spackle, whatever I can get out. And then I'm going to take my yellow macaroon and I'm going to do the same thing, add my little slick paint, and I'm going to put that right in that pile, a little bit of cream. And then I'm going to add a couple of little marshmallows. These ones are way too small. They're meant for like a mini hot cocoa cup, so grab the bigger size and put that there, and you'll see that in a few minutes. I will show you. Once I turn my cup around, you'll see. So now it looks like, you know, a little bit of the whipped cream topping and all spilled off. It's super cute. I still have this blue macaroon here. And I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put that. So I added a toothpick in the back here. And I really want to be able to see. Now you can see a little bit where I put the yellow one. There we go. There's the yellow one. We're just going to add the blue one. And add more of that slick paint. Then I have one more macaroon left, this pink one. And here I am sliding it all around. My poor other macaroon just sitting there in the back. So I had two toothpick in the center, so I'm going to put this one in the middle. So I add it in the middle and then add my little slick paint. Now I fixed my poor little piece that came off. I adjust my macaroon, top it off. Nope, I'm grabbing sprinkles. Forgot about sprinkles. Had to wet it a little. People say it's so they can just sprinkle these things on and they stay. No, they're falling everywhere. So I gotta place them pretty much individually. But I wet it to make it a little bit softer, so maybe they'll stick. And some do stick, and some do fall, but see, I'm picking them up. I tried to sprinkle more, and I don't know. I just add a few sprinkles in. Again, you're learning as I'm learning. If you've never seen this type of bake, this is my first time doing it. And here's the final reveal. And look at that beautiful macaroon tree I got from Hobby Lobby. So look at this giant hot cocoa, macaroon hot cocoa that matches. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. And then there's the little ornaments I made. That's in another video. And the stuff on the tree we will discard. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, and comment, please. You can follow me on social media at Donna Creations and more. Join my monthly subscription, get special perks, plus so much more. Check it out. So bye, see you on next tutorial.